I think we have an adapter for a phone.
Okay, great.
So Esther became very popular some weeks ago. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Esther. I am a product marketer and I've been interested in the messaging space, so I wanted to build something that I thought would be fun and different than all the business bots that I was seeing out there. I mean, I think the whole reason that messaging is interesting to me is the personal element that it can bring businesses into the conversation where people are already living. So it took me like a day and a half to build this. I have some like limited technical skills, but it really didn't require that much technical work to actually put together, because I cloned a bot that existed and then I made some changes to it, and then I made it a little bit better. It's all open sourced, so you can.
Which platform did you pick first?
Yeah, so I probably tried like half a dozen of the platforms, and I ended up using Smooch.io for a bunch of reasons. But here's the bot. So it's a resume bot. I basically took elements of my LinkedIn and then made it more engaging, and also wanted to tell a story of like how I got into product marketing, and how I got into product marketing, like sort of like what's the background story of my education and various things. So, you know, it's all scripted. I use...
We all want to know, did you find the job after doing this?
So I've had interviews and offers from companies large and small. I also I'm trying to decide if I want to do something with this. So I haven't decided. I haven't said yes to anybody yet.
Okay, and then Paul, for folks here, have you heard of EstherBot? Okay, yeah, so.
Cool. So yeah, the bot itself is pretty simple, but there were a couple things I thought might be interesting to share, because I don't mind sharing my data. I've had over 10,000 people interact with it on average. People had like 8 different kinds of interactions with it. It's a, yeah, let's see, what else might be interesting for you to know.
Any design decisions that you've made early on? This bot represents you.
Yeah, so
what design decisions have you made?
Yeah, so some of the decisions I had to make were related to the storyline, really. Like, what photos did I want to add in? There are some like portfolio elements that I'm going to add in with the gallery feature. I'm kind of like constantly iterating and updating it. Other decisions I made, I decided after a couple of days to add in something about my childhood and sort of like tell a more personal story about me, and people seem to really like that element. I also wanted to just see like how many people were interested in signing up for like an email newsletter. Over 1,000 people signed up, and that was like after like the big wave had even passed. Also for me, I was really curious on how to tell the story of the bot in the press, and so had some success doing that with like Fast Company and Lifehacker and Wired, Monster and a Story. So it's like figuring out how to get distribution using pretty traditional tactics, but you know, since there aren't any distribution platforms yet, it was a challenge for me and one I found really interesting. And it turns out, I think, like, you just use the same methods that you would normally use in marketing any product to market your bot.
And anything you would do differently now that you walked through this process? Not on the design, on the technology front, or things you've learned that you would do differently?
I would have added the email link right away instead of losing all those potential signups.
Analytics, what do you use in analytics?
Yeah, so Smooch has been really kind to me in giving me their back-end data. I've also got like Google Analytics installed, so I can just see people coming through on the website. But they've been giving me updates on, you know, like how many people actually sign up and all that, which I wouldn't have otherwise had. So that's been pretty great.
Right. Questions from the audience? Ask Esther a question. How do you manage what? State. How do you manage state of the bot?
The what?
The state.
Maybe less technical.
Yeah, give me a different way of saying.
In the middle of a conversation.
So the user has a conversation with the bot, you take the bot out of context, multiple users.
Yeah, so there's basically, actually one thing I'm putting in right now is somebody else took, they took the, well, they built on top of what I had put on GitHub, and they've now made it so that I can actually have a variety of answers for when someone makes a mistake. So right now it's really basic. I mean, if you go off script, I just say like, hey, you're off script, like that doesn't work. You gotta go like say something I understand. And I've been like sort of fun with it, and like sometimes I jump in and really freak people out because I route all of the messages in through Slack. I've tried a bunch of the platforms on the back end, and I love just like sort of fucking with people by, you know, jumping into the conversation and sending them weird gifs, and you know, people go way off script all the time anyways and want to push the limits of the bot, and you know, it's super limited because it's just a scripted bot. It's dumb, but it's been fun to be able to interact with those people and read through, you know, thousands and thousands of transcripts.
And your technical background?
I mean, I've just like played around with shit. I'm not a developer at all. You know, I've taken like a Ruby class, and I've, you know, built a couple of things just for the fun of it.
Great. What else? Anything else? Yes, go ahead.
I've played with the bot. I was wondering what your parents thought about like putting your whole childhood story out there.
Well, my dad's dead, so he didn't care. Sorry. My mom doesn't even know how to interact with a bot. She doesn't even know it exists. But she wouldn't care. I mean, it's my story to tell, and I'm not like, you know, ashamed of it or anything. And it's also interesting, you know. People like to know sort of the gory details.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Esther.